In this video, we're going to be using Declaration Grooming Unconditional Surrender and the Twig Thorn edition for a dome shave. Stay tuned. Hey there folks, and welcome back for another video. I'm your host CDB, and thanks so much for joining me today. I really appreciate it. And as mentioned before, today we're going to be using Declaration Grooming, and I have a sample here. I'll show you what the full label looks like right there. This is Declaration Grooming Unconditional Surrender, and this is one of their collaborations with Chatillon Luxe, and this is a pricey devil at $24 for 4 ounces, or on a cost chart there, that is $6 an ounce, and undoubtedly some of that cost comes into commissioning someone to make the scent, so that's something to keep in mind. I bought the sample at Maggard's, which I think is an excellent service. Even if you don't like the sample, I think it keeps the customer happy, because I'm not particularly enthused about this scent. It's not a scent for me. Let me put the scent description for you there on the screen. It's a little earthy for my taste. However, I do think people who enjoy earthy type scents would probably enjoy this. Scent strength off the sample is about right at that medium level. And you know Declaration Grooming makes excellent quality soaps. We'll show you the ingredients right there. One of the notable ingredients is the tallow, which is bison. Really nice soaps from Declaration. I have enjoyed trying all these samples and figuring out which ones I like and don't like. And again, if you're going to miss, it's best to miss at $3.50 rather than a full $24, or maybe even if you buy the full set, now you're somewhere close to $50. So the sample's an excellent service. The razor for today is the Twig Thorn edition. And the difference between, the Twig and Thorn is that the Thorn has a little more efficiency to it. And so this is an interesting razor. It, as you turn the bottom, the top comes up and around. And we're going to use today an Astra SP. This is a half double-edged razor blade, and it will sit in the Thorn here. It's kind of the street name for it, Thorn. And it's got some magnets in it and holds it in. And then you just twist her back down, rotates into place, and you are ready to go. Everything's lined up. Everything is in good shape. So we look forward to using the Thorn today, or Twig Thorn edition. Let's go ahead and wet the dome. This is just a plain tap water. I will link all the products below, including the samples from Maggard's. Again, I think it's an excellent service from Maggard, because I've tried a lot of these soaps and not all are winners, and it saves me money. So excellent. So we have a very nice lather today in our Captain's Choice bowl from Declaration, and I'm going to try to do this in one pass and cleanup, just to see how efficient I can get with the Thorn. I've used the Twig for a dome shave, but I don't recall using the Thorn edition, so maybe we'll get some added efficiency in there. The brush for today is the West Coast Shaving Synthetic, which you can get on Amazon or at West Coast Shaving. I'll link it below. Very soft, not a lot of backbone, but for me, backbone is not required. It's not required to make a lather. It's not required to apply the lather. And for me, I don't really need a lot of it. You may prefer it. That is entirely okay if you do. This is not a brush that has a lot of backbone, though. If backbone is a mandatory requirement for you, then this might not be a brush for you. But I like it. It's inexpensive. It makes a lather really nice, as you can see here, as we have some really creamy lather there. No problems making lather with soft brushes. I know some people claim they need it to make lather with, or they need more backbone to make lather with. I don't find that to be the case, the way I make lather, but that's just me. And if you want to see how I make the lather, again, I always have my lather tutorials link below the video, along with the products used and all that kind of stuff. So please take advantage of those areas, because there is a fair amount of work that goes into finding all the links and getting them ready for you. That's for your convenience. So hope you'll take advantage of that, as well as the tutorials and all the other links. Okay, got enough lathering there that I'm sure this will be nice. The key for me, always, when using a razor like this, or really any razor, when dome shaving, is working around my ears. So that's where I need to pay the most attention. I try to put my fingers over my ears, so I don't back. As you can see, there's little points there. You could potentially back down onto your ears with that. So what I'll do is just keep my finger over the ears, and then we'll sort of try to go around it and sort of clean up around that area. As I mentioned, every time I do a dome shave, my ears set very close to my head, and then hair also grows very close to my ears, so it makes it kind of a pain if you want to be honest about it. But it is what it is, and we just try to work around it as best we can, and we try to keep from clipping the ears. But we have clipped the ears a few times over the years. We don't like it when we do, but you know, we're all human and we make mistakes. And I will say this right now. Anytime that I ever cut my ear or really anything else, it's always my fault, not the razor. I should be paying more attention. And if you get careless, sometimes you will make mistakes. And so what we try to do is be careful around this area. I think it's the same way for blade tabs. So when I mean blade tabs, like when you have a DE razor and some of the blade tabs come out a little bit like that, and people don't like that, and they claim it's a problem. The problem is really the shaver. If you're cutting themselves on those tabs, just like me backing this razor down on my ear and cutting my ear, if I did that, that's on me. I need to be more careful. I need to be a better shaver. That's all there is to it. If you use the razor, it's the way it's designed to be used. Use it properly. Those tabs won't cut your nose or cut your ears or anything like that. And if you are cutting yourself that way, then it's certainly not the fault of the razor. So, you know what they say about, a bad craftsman blames his tools. I try not to blame my tools. We do prefer, some things over others, obviously, but just about every time I've ever sustained a cut, weeper, creeper, anything has been my fault. Poor technique, or maybe I'm just opening up by the other. I got a bruise there. The other day I was doing some work outside, and I kind of tripped and fell. I didn't completely fall. I kind of braced myself up on a post, and so I nailed my arm there on the post, and it's very hard for me to bruise. So that was evidently a hard shot. I didn't even realize it at the time, but the next day I was like, where in the heck did this bruise come from? It's very hard to bruise me. But there it is. And so what are you going to do? So far, the Twig Thorn edition, feeling nice. It's definitely making short work of that hair on the dome. And again, what I'm going to try to do today is focus on getting as much as I can in the first pass, and then do a little cleanup and see how it comes out. I do like using this razor, the small head, and I don't know what it is about the Twig, but I like using this more than actually this is the Thorn edition of the Twig, but I like using this and the leaf more than standard DEs. Although recently I used the Henson for head shave, and I rather enjoyed that shave. So that wasn't bad, I have to say. But I have enjoyed all the dome shaves I've done with the Twig and or Thorn. It feels a little bit easier for me to use, and I don't know if it's because, it doesn't come to a T. Like a safety razor comes to an absolute T. This one's kind of angled down a little bit. I don't know, maybe that helps. I'm not entirely sure. But I do prefer using this over DE razors. That's just me. The leaf and the Twig are probably, and of course I rotate carts in there too. Still plenty of cart shavers out there, and we want to be evangelists for traditional shaving across the board. Even if you're not using a traditional razor, I still want to be an evangelist for you folks as well. So we try to rotate some carts in also. We don't want to be excluding people. We want to bring everybody we can to this style of shaving, including people who use carts. And I use them, and I have no trouble at all with them. I get very good shaves with them. I don't have any problems as a result of using them. And overall, they're pretty enjoyable. In fact, if I want to do a head shave really quickly, I would probably grab a Harry's razor, or I do have some vintage cartridge razors that I really like. So if speed is the goal, I would probably grab one of those. But in traditional style shaving, speed should never be the goal. It should be about just enjoying your shave, getting the best shave that you can get, enjoying these scents. And by the way, I haven't spoken much about the soap yet. The soap quality, big thumbs up. It's good. Declaration Grooming, really, really good soap. The scent for me is just, this is not a winner, but I'm glad I got the sample from Maggards at $3.50 or whatever it is, versus paying the full $24 and then not liking it and having to sell it or give it away or move it along. So these samples for me, I'm just really appreciative that Maggard provides that service. That is a pretty doggone good head shave there. I'm gonna do just a little bit of touching up, but for one pass, that's pretty good. I can never get BBS, or what I like to call level cue ball, on one pass, but I get a very respectable, clean shave that I appreciate. All right. Those are usually the touch-up areas. I'm probably a little bit behind and around the ear. Those are usually the areas where I need the most in terms of touch-up. But the scent on this one, not a winner for me. So definitely would not be a buy. But again, I'm glad that I've had the opportunity to try these samples and really figure out what scents from Declaration that I like and do not like. And I haven't, you know, I've missed on some, but it's just been at the sample price, and I really can't complain about that. I wish more artisans either had samples themselves or allowed Maggards to sell samples on their behalf. I think that's an excellent service to us. And you can lather a sample. I know some people are like, I need the full tub to lather. No, you don't. Put the sample in a bowl or something and load. You don't have to bowl lather. You can get it loaded on your brush without having the full tub. Now I realize you may not want to do that. You might not find it particularly enjoyable, but once you get it lathered up, you should be able to tell whether you like the scent or not. I think a lot of soaps do require lathering before you can really make your final decision. Like, you can smell it off the tub, whether it's a full tub or a sample jar, and that doesn't always tell the tale. But once you get it lathered and on your skin and you use it, you'll know. And this one is a miss, scent-wise. Like I said, I don't always enjoy all the Chantelon Luxe or Luxe scents. I have really enjoyed the ones they've done for Spearhead. Many of them from Declaration have been misses for me. I don't know why that is, it just is. But since I've been using samples instead of the full tub, you know, no big deal. We miss, at least we know that's a soap, you know, not to buy, and we haven't spent $24 on it or whatever the cost might be on the particular soap you're looking at. Okay, that was excellent. I really enjoyed it. Let me rinse it and we'll come back into a post. Stay tuned. And all right, we are back in off cam. We rinsed the dome. And let me tell you, that was a pretty smooth head shave with the Twig Thorn Edition. Remember, the Thorn Edition has a little more blade gap and blade span and efficiency. I really enjoyed it. The blade for today, by the way, was a half Astra SP double edge razor blade. I really enjoyed using the Twig Thorn Edition today. So, as for the soap, the Declaration Grooming Unconditional Surrender, this scent is not for me. It's just not a scent that I enjoy. However, if you enjoy earthy type scents, you might very well enjoy this. The soap quality was top rate as always, and I'm glad to have tried the sample from Maggards and saved some money. So there you have it. Now, I'm going to close it out today with a Declaration scent that I do like. This is Declaration Grooming Tribute. I really like this scent, and this was a purchase that I made based on trying samples at Maggard. So I'm really happy to be applying this one, and we're going to be smelling great. Let's slap it on the dome. Oh yeah. And let's not miss applying it to the face as well. I do like this Tribute. Really, really nice. All right. That was an excellent dome shave. I hope wherever you are, you're getting great shaves. Until next time, I've been your host, CDB, reminding you, it's your shave, do it your way. And as always, God bless.